All right, ladies, so we are here today for Back That Thing Up. We're trying our best to back up our computers because we know we're getting new devices. Yay!
Yay! That's always exciting.
My musical intro. All right, so I know you've already heard that we're getting new devices. I was just talking with the tech team today. We are getting those new devices in August. They have got them in, but they haven't had a chance to to put the profile on them and have them ready for us for August. There's a couple cool things about our devices, and we will talk to you about that in just a few minutes. But I did want you to let you know that we would be getting them in August, and they will have Windows 11, and we can talk about a little bit about Windows 11 at the end. But whenever you get this new device, you got to be thinking right now about your old device and what are you going to do with your old device, because you need to start saving your stuff. And both of you probably already know there's the Microsoft world and there's the Google world. And if I were you, and this is completely up to me, I used to lose stuff all the time on the OneDrive. So if I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to share it with you, and Rebecca's going to share it with you today too. I'm going to share the Microsoft world with you, the world with you, and I'm going to share the Google world with you, because if it was me, I would go ahead and save stuff in both places just so that you've got it and you've got it ready. But before we start that, I noticed we have one more just join us. Over in the chat is our sign-in for today, and there's also 2 different links. So if you happen to miss something, we've already got some YouTube videos on email. Show you that. So I'm going to turn it over to Rebecca because she's going to talk to you about the Microsoft world.
Yep. So everybody has access to the OneDrive through it comes up on the waffle on your email. So I'm going to share my screen. Share. So, and once can you guys see my screen yet?
Nope.
Yeah, nor it's not letting me share for some reason.
I can share mine if you want. That's fine.
Okay. Well,
You already got it pulled up?
It says Chrome wants to share the contents of your screen, and let me try again.
Okay. Jenna, over in the chat is the sign-in for today. And you missed our musical intro. It was really good.
Yeah, it won't. Is there something like a setting in Google? Because my share won't even highlight.
I don't know.
I've got you as, let's see. Let me go see if I can do anything different.
Let's see. Let's try again. Nope.
Well, I can share mine, but it won't show me the stuff that's on your screen. You want me to just show my OneDrive?
Well, let me try a window.
Okay.
And see if that's
technology fails.
Okay.
Right.
There we go.
Yay.
All right. Can you guys see my email screen right here?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So to get to the OneDrive, you can, when you open up your email, if you click over here on the top left, that little waffle, that's your app launcher. And here's your OneDrive right here. So that's one way to get to it. And that's where you can find everything that you have put in your OneDrive. And when mine comes up, you'll see that it's moving really slowly, first of all. But here's a lot of stuff that I have put in my OneDrive. And the more I scroll, the more it loads. And of course, you can arrange this. You can sort it however you need to by the date that you uploaded it, alphabetically, file type, whatever you'd like. But this is not really our issue, because once it's here, it's here. But what you need to know is how to upload things from your desktop to this OneDrive. So down in the bottom left, it says type here to search. So you can just type in OneDrive right here, and it should already be an app on your computer. And so you click it. And when you click it, it's going to open. So mine already opens since I've already synced all my stuff to the OneDrive. But what I'm going to show you now is what you're going to see if you haven't done this yet. So when you open, let me go up here to the top. So when you open that, this is the first thing you're going to see. It's a screen that says set up OneDrive. And in the bar at the bottom, you would just type in your email address and click sign in right there. The next thing you're going to do is it's going to show you where your OneDrive folder is. All you have to do is click next. The next thing is get to know your OneDrive. Just click next again. This is very, very simple, I promise. And Google Drive is just as easy. It's going to share all your files and your folders that's on your desktop. So you click next again. This is the one that you really want to pay attention to. All your files ready and on demand. You want to make sure you have always available chosen, because that way you're going to still see it on your desktop, but you will also see it in your OneDrive. And every time you save something on your desktop, it's going to automatically sync to your OneDrive. So you only have to do it once and then it does it automatically. So then you click next again. And then the next screen that pops up says, get the mobile app. This is not required. You can and put it on your phone, or you can click later and you don't ever have to touch it again. And that's, that's pretty simple. And let me show you guys, if you go down to the very bottom of your screen, you have this little file folder right here. And when you click on that, let's see, let me exit out my stuff right here so you guys can see it from scratch. So here's my File Explorer. And over here on the left, you can click on your desktop. This shows you everything that you have on the desktop of your computer. And this green check right here in the middle means that it has uploaded and saved to the OneDrive. So if you're ever worried about, oh, did this save? You can just look right here and you can see that it's been saved. If you see a little person next to it, that means you've shared that document with somebody. A lot of people don't think to save things in their downloads. If you look in your downloads, make sure that you save some of this, because yes, it's on your computer, but it is not automatically going to sync to your OneDrive. So if you have things in here that you think you might want to save, you definitely want to highlight and save those to the OneDrive. So you can do one at the time, which I do not recommend. Or if you click one and hold down your shift key, you can save several things at one time by holding the shift key and clicking the first thing you want to save and then the last thing you want to save. You can right click, and right here it says move to OneDrive. All you have to do is click that and it's going to move all that stuff to the OneDrive. Now, if you have things that you want to save, but they're kind of all over the place, if you click here, like click the one that you want to save and hold down your control key on your keyboard, you can pick and choose. It doesn't all have to be together. You can pick and choose, and you can see those highlighting as I click. So if there's stuff that you want that's not next to other things that you want, you click everything that you want, right click again. And this one's a little further down, but it still says right here, move to OneDrive. So I would definitely.
I can't see what you're doing.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that. I'm glad somebody told me, because I thought you guys could see.
Computer speed, I think it's kind of slow.
Okay, let's see. So tell me what you are seeing.
Your OneDrive.
Just the OneDrive? Okay, let me go back. Let me stop sharing, and then let me share this other screen. I'm sorry. I thought you guys were seeing everything. Let's see. A window. Still won't let me. Well, now I can't share anything. I do not understand. There we go.
I'm not an admin.
It finally decided to work. So here I am down here at the bottom, your files, I'm in my downloads folder. So I don't know what the last thing you guys saw was, but if I'm in my downloads folder and I have several things in here, this does not automatically sync to your OneDrive. So you hold your shift key down, and if you have several things that you want to save, and they're all together, one right after the other. You click the first one, hold your shift key down, and click the last one. Then you right click anywhere in that blue, and you click move to OneDrive, and it will move or sync all of that stuff to your OneDrive. Another way to do this, if you have things that you want to save, but they are not all in one block, you can click the first one, hold down your control key on your keyboard, and click several things and move them all at one time. Just right click on anything in the blue, and there's another one, move to OneDrive, and then that'll save to your OneDrive. So did everybody see that?
It was moving and then it stopped. I wonder if it's like internet speed.
It may be. So sorry, guys. So I will stop sharing and let Nora share hers, and maybe she'll have better luck than I did.
I make absolutely no promises. I don't know. Over in the chat, I do know that there is a video for saving to the OneDrive and there's a video for saving to the Google Drive, because like I said, we want you to save in both places. Rebecca shared with you the Microsoft world. Now I'm going to show you with you the Google world. And so, of course, I'm just going to share my screen. All right, so I'm over on my screen. If you can see my screen, you have to tell me because I can't see you once I go to screen share. Can y'all hear? Can y'all see my screen? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. All right, so I'm on this screen. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff on my computer, and I want to make sure I've already saved it to my OneDrive. I also want to put it on my Google Drive. And I'm going to tell you, if you think that I don't want to say this out loud, and I know I'm being recorded, but if you think you might ever leave our district, you might want to save it to your personal Google Drive as well. Because once you leave, of course, you wouldn't have it on this Google Drive because this one's tied to you at the school. But thinking about next year, you probably want to go ahead and put things on your Google Drive, the one that is associated with the school. You see, I'm signed into that one because it has over here my little picture beside my face. The very first thing that I would do is I would go over here and click on New, and I would make a folder. And I would call that folder Computer, and I would put 2022, and I would make a folder that's like, this is all the stuff from my computer from 2022. And then that way I'm going to save everything from my computer. Why not? Because there might be a document on there that you're like, oh my goodness, I didn't save that band document. So I'm going to go to Computer 2022. And then I'm going to go ahead and open up that folder. This is how I'm going to do it. And I might even just do it right now while I'm sitting here talking to you. Then once that folder is open, you see that it's open at the top of the page. You see where it says Computer 2022. I'm going to click New and File Upload. Now, say that I want to save all my pictures right in here, camera roll. There's all those pictures from that. You see a bunch of people that y'all might even know. Look at those people y'all might know. I want to save all of these pictures. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on them. And then I like this feature. Rebecca mentioned to you about these little control commands. I will push Control A. And when you do, that just takes all of them, every single one of them. And I'm going to click Open. And you're going to see it's going to start saving every single one of these. If I were you, I would save everything. Because what does it matter? On this Google Drive, you have a terabyte's worth of space. And according to Rodney, when I asked him about it a long time ago, he said, you're not going to fill it up. So save everything. Why not? I would go back over here, and once I've got that folder, I would go to File Open. And I would find another one. I would find my screenshots. And if I were you, right there's Mr. Weaver's son, I think. I'm going to push Control A. I'm going to get every single one of them, and I'm going to save in my computer. What is it going to hurt? I would save every single one of them. Now, I was talking to Miss Bird. Are there any questions about saving to the Google Drive? Or do you have any questions about where you should put them? Like I said, if I were you, I would just make a folder that says Computer 2022 and save everything. I would even go back to my downloads and save everything in my downloads. There's not a thing on my computer that I wouldn't just go ahead and save and be done with it. Are there any questions about that step? All right. I was talking to Miss Bird today, and she was talking. Oh, sorry. Did you have a question?
No, I was just going to say, I think nobody had any questions. I think that was.
So all this stuff is saving. It's right there in my computer folder. She mentioned to me today about passwords. Now you want your Google, because there's lots of passwords that are saved on my computer, and I have no idea what they are, but I want them to save to my Google profile. And where you want to make sure that those are saved, you're going to go over here and click these little 3 dots beside your head. You're going to go to where it says settings. And when the settings come up, if you'll go right here where it says autofill, and whenever you click on autofill, you'll see all the passwords that it has saved for you. And I would go ahead and make sure offer to save the password. I would make sure that one's turned on, especially the next couple weeks. You know, if that one's not turned on, go turn it on like right now. The 3 dots, autofill, offer to save passwords. And then that way your computer is starting to save some of those passwords so that you don't have to think about them. You don't have to use them. And you can even see down here in my list, it blurs them out. So that's good. But there's tons of things that it has saved my password for that whenever I get my new computer, all I've got to do is log into my Google and it's already saved all those things for me. So I don't have to remember every single password and keep all that together. All right. I'll go over that real quick because I know sometimes I talk fast. The 3 dots, setting, and then right here where it says autofill, and it'll be the very first one that comes up, passwords. If I were you, I just would do that because then that way they're saved and you don't have to think about it. There's a couple other things that I had pulled up for you guys. I want to show you this. Rebecca and I were looking. Of course, this is the new device that you are getting. If you haven't already seen this device, it is the Latitude Dell 5520. We were looking at it today, and it does have that side keypad. I know Rebecca and I both were kind of concerned about that. It has the numbers over to the side. But it is a Dell, so of course your charger for your old device of course is a Lenovo, and it's not going to work. So you're going to get a new charger, and you'll get a new bag, and you get a new docking station. And my understanding, they're not like our old docking stations; they don't fit inside. My understanding is that they are plug-in docking stations. Is that your understanding, Rebecca?
Yes, that's what I've heard as well.
Perfect. And so, like I said, you can go on the Dell website and I would look up that Latitude, and so that you can see what you're getting. Why not? Also, like I said, we mentioned before that these are going to come with Windows 11. So I went ahead and started looking, and I posted it today out on Moco Shares about the top Windows 11 features. Windows 11 just looks a little different. So you might want to start looking at that. You'll notice that the start menu is in the middle of the screen, and this little video shows you how to move it over to the left-hand side if you like it better over there. So just be thinking about Windows 11, and you might want to just play a Windows 11 on your active board while you're working along, because it is just a little bit different, and that will be the new thing whenever you get your new device. And I think that's what I've got on my little list. Let me stop sharing my screen. Do y'all have any questions about that so far? Like I said, I would save things in both places. Wouldn't worry about storage, especially on the Google Drive, because you got a terabyte's worth of space. If your colleagues didn't come to this meeting, go up there and snip those 2 videos, save into the OneDrive, save into the Google Drive. And if you have somebody that needs like special help, just send me and Rebecca an email and we'll go in there with them and try. But we can't go to every single person. Does that make sense? Okay. Are there any questions? And I can stop recording if y'all have questions. So here, let me stop recording. All right.
My only question was, when do we